we're doing the length of the curve. And we're finding the length of the curve of y equals 1/6 times x squared plus 4 in that quantity to the 3/2. And this is between, when x is between 0 and 3. So in order to find the length of the curve, we need the equation. L equals from a to b, the integral, of the square root of 1 plus f prime of x, that quantity squared, dx. Alright, so because we need f prime, we're going to take the derivative of this first function, and I know it's a little hard to read, that's why I had to rewrite it. Hopefully you can read it. But let's do that. So we're going to do, this is number 1. Let's do dy over dx equals 1/6, because it's a constant, times the derivative of this first part, which is going to be times 3/2 x squared plus 4 minus 1, which is going to be 1/2. And then we're going to multiply for the chain rule, 2x. So the 3/2 came into the front right here. Those 3/2, and then you subtract 1, which is going to be 1/2. Then we took the derivative of the inside because of the chain rule. So that's where our 2x came from. 2x came from the x squared, 3/2 in the front. Okay, so let's simplify this a little. We're going to have, that is going to be 1/4 times x squared plus 4 to 1/2 times 2x. We can simplify that a little bit more, but we're going to go straight to our second step. Our second step is going to be squaring this, because we have our f prime, which is this whole section, so we could put f prime of x right here. It's the same thing as dy dx. And now we're going to take them, we're going to square it. So let's just do that. Let's go back to the way we had it before. Square it. And let's just simplify a little bit more. We have a 2 over 4 is just going to be 1/2. So let's do, we have this, 1/2 x times x squared plus 4, so 1/2, that whole quantity squared. Now we have to multiply this out and square the function, so let's do that. So we have 1/4, because we're going to distribute the square to everything. So that's just going to be 1/4. That's going to be x squared. And then since this is 1/2 and this is 2, we're just going to multiply those two together, which is just going to give us 1. So we have x squared plus 4. So this is what we have. And this is our squared function. So this is going to go underneath our whole length equation we have up there. So we could actually square this, or we could distribute this out and we could cancel things. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to distribute this. We have 1/4 x to the 4th plus 4 over 4 is just 1. So we have just x squared. Alright, so let's take that and put it in our equation. We have L equals from 0 to 3, the square root of 1 plus 1 over 4 x squared plus x squared. Now this actually, this little section right here actually equals, when you do all the busy work, plus 1 squared. So that is an easy way to get rid of our function with the square root and everything. So let's just take that. So the square root, actually we'll write it all out. It's going to be, we're going to take this and put it underneath. X squared is 1. Squared. So if you want to double check yourselves, you could just multiply this all out and it should equal the same thing in here. So this makes it easier. Life is easier when you can cancel out. So the square root cancel out. So we're left with 3 over 0. Okay. Now, all we have to do now is integrate that, and then we can finish it off. So, f equals, when we do this all out, this is going to be x to the 3rd, and we're going to divide by 3 and multiply. Divide by 3, multiply, so we're going to have 1/6 plus 1, which is x. So we're just integrating this all. from 3 to 0. Okay, so all we did was added 1 and we divided, so it's x to the third. Divide by 3, so it's going to give us 1/6 right here, and then add an x there because it was a constant, or it was 1 to begin with, so we just add an x. So now all we're going to do is put 3 in for x, 3 to the third, plus 3, that whole thing, minus, and we would do 0, but 0 would just give us 0. So we're going to just, because if you multiply by 0, you get 0. So this all equals, that should equal 15 over 2 once you're all done with your simplifying. So we have 27. Yep, that should be right. Yep. Okay, so this is our answer. That should be it. Thank you.